Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Stone, and welcome to our very first wonderful, exciting spelling lesson. All right. I need for you to make sure that you are on sort 3. We are skipping sort 1 and sort 2, and we're moving straight to sort 3. So make sure that you have the right workbook page, and you also need to make sure that you have the right sort envelope. What I want you to do is I want you to go find a red and a green colored pencil. You're going to need that. You're not going to need your glue sticks away today, so don't even get out glue. You'll use that tomorrow, or you can even use it on Monday, but not today. So this is just going to be like your grammar lessons. I'm going to tell you that we're going to highlight certain parts of the word, and so I'm going to immediately know if you've done the lesson with me, if you followed all the directions. So let's get on to our first lesson. In this sort, your very first spelling words are going to be over long vowel sounds. Now, I want you to remember that a long vowel says its name. First of all, a vowel is A, E, I, O, or U. Now, a long vowel sound will say its name. But these words, all of them have the long vowel sound. What we're looking for is if the long vowel sound is in the first syllable or the second syllable. Now, remember that syllables are how many parts you can break a word into. So I always like doing it is how many times, if you say a word, how many times you can clap. So like if I were to say beautiful, then I would clap beautiful. So we know that that has 3 syllables. So we're looking specifically for long vowel sounds and where they are in the word, if they're in the first syllable or the second syllable. Now, when we get to next Tuesday, which is when you'll have your spelling test, we will not be doing the sorting part. You're this week just going to have to worry about spelling the word. So you'll have just a regular spelling test where I'll give you maybe 12 to 15 words, and you'll just spell them on a piece of paper. You're not going to have to sort them. But I want to go through the sort so that we can get the hang of what we're doing. Okay, but when we put things in sorts, it's going to help you remember how to spell the word because you can remember where you've put them on the sort, but it also explains, like in this case, the long vowel in the first syllable or the second syllable. So you're going to get the hang of these sorts, and I'm going to tell you right now that even if you ask the teachers, if you ask the 5th grade teachers and you ask the 3rd grade teachers, they will tell you that the 4th grade spelling words are hard. Okay, so I don't want you to get discouraged. That's why for the first couple of weeks or so, we're not going to put them in sorts. We're just going to learn how to spell. So let's go ahead and go on to what I want you to do first. The very first thing I want you to do is I want you to take all the words out of your envelope and I want you to put them face up so that you can see the words. And then I want you to go and I want you to look and find the words lightning and debate. Now, this is where your colored pencils come in. All right, let's look for the long vowel sound in the first syllable. The word lightning has 2 syllables. Is the long vowel sound in the first syllable light, or is it in the second syllable ning? Well, in this case, the long vowel sound I is in the first syllable. So it goes on this side of the chart. And then what I want you to do is I want you to take your red colored pencil and I want you to highlight the first syllable that has the long vowel sound in it. So you're going to highlight L-I-G-H-T in red. Now on that word you need to be really careful because a lot of people forget that N after the T. If you forget that N, it's just going to be lighting, okay, not lightning. So you have to really remember that N. Okay, on this other word, debate. Debate has 2 syllables, and we have to ask ourselves, is the long vowel sound in the first syllable, d, or is it in the second syllable, bait? Well, it makes the long vowel sound in the second syllable, okay? So I want you to take your green colored pencil, and I want you to highlight B-A-T-E because that's where the long vowel sound is. All right, now that we've kind of got an idea of what we're doing, I want you to find two more words. I want you to find the word speaker, and I want you to find the word delete. All right? Now, I think it's because of my accent. I say delete, but it's actually delete. Okay, so it has a short vowel sound at the beginning. But what I want you to do now is I want you to find the word speaker. Okay, lay it on your chart, and I want you to highlight the very first syllable, S-P-A-E-A-K, because that's where the long vowel sound is. So, SPE makes a long E sound in the first syllable. And then in the word delete, the long E sound is in the second syllable. That's why we've put it on that side of the chart. So, take your green colored pencil and highlight L-E-T-E. Now, if any point during this video I start going too quickly for you, guess what you need to do? Push the pause button. Then you can start me whenever you want to, but you can always catch up with me. All right, I want you now to find the words crayon and remote. All right, let's look at the word crayon. In crayon, the long A sound is the long vowel sound, and we can find it in the first syllable, so that's why we've put it on that side. So I want you to take your red colored pencil and highlight C-R-A-Y, because that's where the long vowel is. And then on remote, okay, the long vowel sound O is in the second syllable. So I want you to take your green colored pencil and highlight M-O-T-E in remote. All right. Now what I want you to do is I want you to find one more word together, and then I'm going to turn you loose and you're going to find some other words for me. So the last two words I want you to find with me are the word useful and compose. So let's look at the word useful. It has two syllables, and the long vowel U sound is in the first syllable, U-S-E. So what I want you to do is take your red colored pencil, and I want you to highlight U-S-E in the first syllable, because that's where the long U sound is. And then on the second word, compose. Compose is like you write like music. You compose something, or you're writing something. You can even compose a poem. It just means writing something. So compose, the long O sound, is in the second syllable of compose. So I want you to take your green colored pencil, and I want you to highlight P-O-S-E in the word compose. All right. Now what I want you to do, you're going to do some things on your own. I want you to go through all the words that are left, and I want you to find all of the words that you think should go in that first section about long vowel sounds being in the first syllable. Now, I know some of you want to jump the gun and automatically highlight some things in red, but don't do it until we check to make sure you have the correct answers. Then you can highlight in red. So right now I want you to pause the video, and I want you to go find the words that have the long vowel sound in the first syllable. And when you're ready, come back and push start. All right, now that you have found the words that go in the first column, let's check and see if you have them right. And something I meant to tell you before, when I let you do words on your own, it doesn't matter what order you have them in, because I know that you can't read my mind and tell which order I'm going to go. So it's okay if they're out of order. You just need to make sure they're on the right side of your sorting chart. So let's look at the words you should have put in the long vowel first syllable side of the chart. You should have the words freezer, dainty, flowing, frighten, and brightly. If you look at all of those words, you find that the long vowel sound is in the first syllable. Now, if you don't have the correct words, this is the time that you change them out, okay? You find the right, correct words to put on that side. If you've put the wrong words there, then take them out, put the right ones in. This is the time to correct it because we're not gluing. You're going to either glue tomorrow or you're going to glue on Monday, but not today. So, in freezer, we find the long E sound, long vowel sound E, in the first syllable. So you need to highlight F-R-E-E-Z in the word freeze. Now you're probably wondering, why don't I highlight F-R-E-E-Z-E? Well, remember, when we add a suffix, we usually drop the E, the silent E, and then add ER. I know that it kind of looks weird, but you're not keeping the silent E on the end. You're dropping it and then adding ER. So that's why we don't highlight the E in the ER of freezer. Okay, dainty is going to be highlighted. The D-A-I-N makes the long A sound. Flowing makes the long O sound in F-L-O-W. Frighten makes the long I sound in F-R-G-H-T. F-R-I-G-H-T, and then brightly makes the long I sound in B-R-I-G-H-T. Now, so all those should be highlighted in red. Now, common sense tells you, oh, I have words left. Where do they go? Well, they must go on the other side. So go ahead and put the other words on the other side, and let's go through them. They do not have to be in this order. All right, they just have to be on that side of the chart. So we left off at compose. So the next word that I have is polite. Okay, the long I sound is in the second syllable. I have invade, advice, enclose, dispute, decay, and my accent again should be decay, not decay, but it's decay. Disease, refrain, salute, define, and awake. And if you notice, I have highlighted all of the second syllables where the long vowel sounds are found. So you need to highlight those in green. So what we're going to do is, you're not going to glue today. Don't be tempted to do it. Do not glue. Because tomorrow what I want you to do is, when it comes to be spelling time, you're going to practice the sort again. If you want to do it with me on the video again, that's perfectly fine. If you want to do it by yourself, that's perfectly fine. Okay? But remember, this week, we're not doing the sorting part. We're just doing the spelling part. Now, what you're going to do is, you need to glue it either Thursday or Monday, because Monday you're going to put it in your doc folder and turn it in on Tuesday, and you'll get a grade for it. Your spelling sorts that you do count for part of your spelling grade on your report card. So you need to make sure you turn those in every Tuesday. And it'll be on the assignment sheet, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. So you're going to practice tomorrow. You're going to get another day to practice on Monday, and then you're going to have the spelling test on Tuesday over just the words, not the sorting part, just the words. So I hope you enjoyed our first spelling lesson together. It was just so exciting. I know you guys are all dancing around your table as I speak. But I hope you learned a lot. This is how we're going to do spelling sorts in the future. So I hope you study very hard for your spelling test. It's a good time to earn debit points. So I guess I will see you on Friday.